Dear students, welcome to the online classes of biology. So children, we have studied diversity of living organisms, and I have told you that chapter is removed and it is very important for your future. Means in future classes that classification was very much needed. So only I have taught you, and now we'll revise the chapter tissues. I think the cell the fundamental unit of life, that chapter we have done enough revision, and that chapter also came for examination. So tissues chapter we will revise. Already this is completed, but still we'll go through the major main points in this chapter, and I'll be giving the notes soon, so you can copy down it also. And I hope everyone is completing the notes of all the subjects, and it is very necessary because soon we will be asking you to submit the copies. So it is better for you to complete all the notes and keep, because you can otherwise you will be facing lot of problems. When the date comes, don't sit for completing the notes. So now in advance you can complete the notes and keep of all the subjects. Will be asking you to submit it in the school. So tissues, what do you mean by tissue? Tissue is a group of cells having same function, structure and origin, isn't it? So in multicellular organisms, you can see that the cells, they group to form tissues, and each of them, they are specialized to perform different functions. For example, muscle cells, isn't it? They can contract and relax, that can cause the movement of our body, isn't it? Nerve cells, they carry the messages. Then blood is there. All these are examples for what? Tissues. They do different functions like transport of oxygen, food, hormones, etc. Isn't it? So like this, you can see different tissues are performing different functions. So in plants also tissues are there, isn't it? Like vascular tissues. Have you heard about vascular tissues? They are xylem and phloem. What are the major functions of them? The conduction of water and minerals, isn't it? So they help in the conduction of water and minerals. So like this, in multicellular organisms, they shows division of labor. What do you mean by division of labor? Different works are done by different tissues, isn't it? Or organs, or there are organ systems also. So cells specializing in one function, and they are grouped together to form a tissue. Understood? So a particular function is done by a particular group of cells called a tissue. So tissues examples are what? Blood, isn't it? Or muscular tissue, isn't it? Or in case of plants, we can take phloem, xylem. All these are what? Tissues. So what is the definition of tissue? It's a group of cells that are similar in structure, and they work together to achieve a particular function. Understood? So they will be similar in structure, and they work together, and they achieve a particular function. Now, plants and animal tissues are same or not? No, isn't it? We have already studied, because the functions that done by the plants or the tissues in the plants and the tissues in the animals are different, isn't it? We know that when we take animals, they are mobile ones. They can move from one place to another, isn't it? On the other hand, the plants are stationary, means they stay in one place and they do their functions, isn't it? So the energy requirement is more for whom? For the animals, isn't it? And another thing is, the plants, their growth is all through their life. They grow all through their life, isn't it? And you can see that if you take a mango tree or a any other tree. Okay, you can see that new leaves are arising in them. Okay, new branches will form. Till their death they can grow, but animals growth is what, limited. After a particular time they will not grow, isn't it? So like this, what the tissues of, or the requirement of the tissues of plants and animals are different, isn't it? So you can see that the animals what tissues are entirely different from the plant tissues. Understood? So there are what fundamental differences between what the tissues of plants and animals, because their functions are also different. Understood? So the tissues in plants we have studied, isn't it? So the tissues of plants can be divided into meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Do you remember? Meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Plant tissues are divided into meristematic tissues. What are meristematic tissues? The tissues that is responsible for the growth, okay, or the cells of meristematic tissue, if you take, they are very active, they are having dense cytoplasm, they are having thin cellulosic walls and prominent nuclei. So if it is asked what are the specialities of the cells of meristematic tissue, what are they? They are very active, okay, having dense cytoplasm, then thin cell walls, prominent nuclei. All these are the characteristic of what? The meristematic cells, means cells in the meristematic tissue. What are meristematic tissue? Which can divide continuously. Understood? Or with the help of this only, with the help of meristematic tissues only, the plants are able to grow. Now, depends on the region where they are present, okay, based on the location. Is it clear? Where they are present, on the region where they are present, the meristematic tissues are classified into apical tissues, lateral tissues and intercalary tissues, okay, or meristems. Okay, what are they? Apical, lateral and intercalary. Understood? So the meristem, which is found at the tip of the root and the stem, are known as apical meristem. So from this diagram you can understand, okay, the different types of meristems. Depends on what? Based on the position, okay, of them in the plant. Understood? So they are apical meristem. What are apical meristem? The meristem which is found at the tip of the root and stem are known as what? Apical meristem. And now next is what? Intercalary meristem. You can see these are permanent tissues, these are also permanent tissues. And in between this, okay, the meristematic tissues are there, especially in the nodal region. Okay, what are nodes? From where the branches or leaves arises. Okay, and in between two nodes, what are there? There are internodes. Okay, what are they? Internode. So at the base of the internode or in the nodes, you can see what? Intercalary meristem. So where they are located? In between the permanent tissues. Okay. Now next group is what? Next type is lateral meristem. What are they? Lateral meristem. So they are found laterally or peripherally around the stem. Okay, so around means in a cyclic way or in a circular way, you can see the meristem is provided, and with this only the plant is able to grow widthwise. Widthwise means if you see a tree, okay, now and after 20 years if you are watching it, you can see that the tree might have got what its width increased. So this widthwise increase is due to what? Lateral meristem. So what is the function of lateral meristem? It helps the plant to grow in its girth, or widthwise growth is possible due to lateral meristem. Then what is the function of intercalary and apical meristem? They both help the plant to grow lengthwise. Okay, so lengthwise growth of the plant, okay, is possible due to the presence of apical meristem. So what apical meristem does? They increases the length of the stem and root. Okay, and the girth of the stem or root, that is increased due to what? Lateral meristem. Understood? Is it clear? So where the intercalary meristem is found? Near the node, isn't it? So about different types of meristem you understood. So what are the different types of meristem? Depends upon their position. They are apical meristem, okay, which are found at the tip of root and stem. Okay, then comes what? Intercalary meristem. What are intercalary meristem? They are found in between the what? The permanent tissues, or you can say in the node region. Okay, node region. So nodes are what? From where the leaves or new branches arises. So today we have discussed what are tissues. What are tissues? Tissues are group of cells, isn't it? Group of cells that are similar in structure and or work together to achieve a particular functions, isn't it? So tissues, what they are having similar structure, they do same functions, and they will have same origin, means the origin also of the cells will be same. Okay, so that kind of group of cells are known as what? Tissues. Okay, and I told in tissue, the tissues of plants and animals are different because they are fundamentally, they are different, their activities are different. One is stationary and the other is movable, isn't it? And one will grow all through their life and the other will grow only to a certain period of their life. Understood? So likewise there are lot of differences between the plants and animals. So the tissues present in them also are different. Okay, and I told in plants the tissues includes meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Meristematic tissues means what? Which are having the ability to divide. Understood? Continuously. So they are continuously dividing cells. They contain, okay, dividing cell. What is the speciality of meristematic cells or cells in the meristematic tissues? They are active, having dense cytoplasm, prominent nucleus, okay, having or they are not having vacuoles. Okay, so like this they are what? Very active type of cells. Then I told you the meristems are classified into different types on the basis of what? On the basis of their location in the plant, like what? Apical meristem, intercalary meristem and lateral meristem. Among this, apical meristem and intercalary meristem, okay, where they are located? Apical meristem at the tip of the root and stem, and intercalary meristem, they are located in between the permanent tissues. Okay, usually near to the nodes. So what are nodes? Nodes are the what part of the plant from where you can see new leaves and branches arises. So there you can see the intercalary meristem. Okay, now next is what? The so this two, apical meristem and intercalary meristem, what are their functions? They help the plant to grow lengthwise growth is possible due to what? Due to apical meristem and intercalary meristem. Okay, then next is what? Lateral meristem. What are lateral meristem? The meristem which are provided in the plants laterally. Okay, and these are responsible for the plant to grow its width or girth wise. Okay, lateral meristem, or what to say, the cambium. Okay, it's also known as cambium. So this is needed for the increase of girth, okay, of root and stem. Is it clear? So like this, meristems are of different types based on their position of them in the plants. So I hope about meristematic tissues you understood very nicely. That is, meristematic tissues are responsible for the growth of the plant, isn't it? The continuous growth is due to the meristems located in different parts of the plant. Now next is what? Permanent tissues. So permanent tissues are what? The tissues, they originated from meristematic tissues only, but once they lose the capacity to divide, we call them as permanent tissues. Okay, so let's study the different kinds of permanent tissues and their different types in the next class. Okay, so till that, okay, it's time to stop now, and next class we will study in detail about the permanent tissues. Thank you.